Welcome to today's topic of traditional promotion. This is one of my favorite topics to talk about because traditional promotion really stems from where marketing began, from talking out loud in restaurants 100 years ago to telling stories to the advent of radio and television, newspapers. So think of traditional promotion as anything that isn't digital. So here's what I want to accomplish for you today. I want you to be able to have a good understanding and to be able to explain the traditional types of marketing tactics. We're only going to scratch the surface, but I think it'll be a lot of fun. I want you to explore the strengths and weaknesses of traditional marketing because they're a little bit different from digital marketing. And again, as we go through these different types of promotion tactics you can use, how can you create these tactics, or which ones would you choose in your integrated marketing communications plan that you are creating for the semester? Let's get started. So, today we're going to talk about traditional marketing as opposed to what we speak of mostly in this class, which is digital marketing. So, think of traditional marketing as those things that don't reside on the internet. So, think of things such as television, billboards, car wraps, things like that. So what exactly is traditional marketing? So it is non-digital advertising, or what we would call today mass marketing. It's designed to grab your attention because we're really reaching anybody that comes in contact with it. Meaning, say for example, you are on the freeway and you go past a billboard, you may or may not cognitively see that billboard, but everybody sees the same message. So it is not targeted toward any particular audience passing by. It could be designed for an audience, but anyone seeing that communication is going to see the same thing. So it can be difficult to target a specific message. Maybe you don't want to offend somebody. Maybe you can't, you have to have the same offer for everyone that passes by. It can also be quite expensive. So think of television and radio. Not only are you producing something, or even if it is a direct marketing piece, you're producing something, but you have to pay for that space as well, which can be quite expensive when you're reaching the world and not just a specific audience. It's also a little bit more difficult to measure results. So how can you 100% explain that I saw a billboard, or maybe I saw a sign and drove by your place of business, or I received a direct marketing piece without having a specific call to action from that communication? It's a bit difficult to attribute what you saw to that particular piece. So that said, oftentimes we use traditional marketing for branding messages, so higher level messages, or what we might call air cover, which helps us in that initial stage, that awareness stage for our consumer buyer's journey. So as I mentioned earlier, traditional marketing are really those types of things that can be seen by anybody. So it's mass marketing. So it could be billboards or a car wrap. Maybe it's signage or a bus advertising. It could be an advertisement you might see on a bus bench. You see a lot of service organizations, realtors, insurance agents, lawyers using this awareness type advertising. Your Super Bowl ads, what we always, look for, those fun, exciting State Farm ads and Geico ads and all the fun Pepsi ads, things like that we see on a broad base. And then radio advertising as well. So this is just really scratching the surface of traditional marketing. But remember that the key is these are the things that aren't designed specifically to live on the internet. So I'm going to spend a few minutes talking about some specific types of traditional marketing that I think you would be interested in. So first of all, direct mail. Think of direct mail are those things that land in your mailbox. And this is a huge, it's been for a long time, direct marketing or direct mail has been a very important element in a lot of different businesses, particularly service businesses. It's a great way to reach a particular audience. So one of the great things about direct mail is that when you go to your mailbox, you automatically look at every piece of mail, right? It's a piece that is going to be viewed, whether you open up an envelope or whether you see some of those leaflets that you get with all the advertisement, you are going to touch and feel that piece of mail. So it can reach up to 90% of an audience. It is something that will get looked at. Direct mail responses are often 5 to 9 times higher than any other advertising channel. I worked in direct mail for a long time. I used to be paid by junk mail. But what I loved about it is that it was really easy to be able to attribute a direct mail piece to success. And people did open them, and we saw some amazing response rates and conversion rates. And in people, it's memorable. If you have a good direct marketing piece or direct mail piece, it's memorable. So why do we do this? It's super great lead gen to other digital channels. So for example, if you get one of these things in your mailbox, whether it's a postcard or the flyers you get in the mail, the advertisements, particular flyer. What's great about this is that within those advertising, you can have a call to action with a promotion code that will lead you to a digital property so that you can attribute that this particular lead came from that marketing piece. That's why I love it. They also can get noticed. It's very common in business to business to use direct mail, and it has some shelf life. So direct mail can be an effective touch point in any integrated marketing communication strategy. You will see, as I mentioned before, many different types of service organizations, etc., use direct mail. I will say that there is a lot of very good direct mail sources, database marketing to identify when people are perhaps in the market for a car. Their auto loan has reached a certain number where you believe they're going to start looking for a car. It could be you just moved into an area, so you have some new mover pieces. Maybe you need some blinds or some furnishings for your home. Everyone who moves needs to think about, what about insurance for my property, rental insurance. Realtors use direct mail, insurance companies. So there's a lot of data behind when consumers are most likely to take advantage of particular offers. And direct mail is a great first touch point to get people aware that your particular service is available. I love dimensional mailers. Now, dimensional mailers are generally used in more sophisticated marketing, such as if you are a business and you are trying to get another business to take advantage of your products and services. So these are generally higher price tagged items. You're more likely to get somebody to open that piece of mail if it's dimensional. It grabs attention. It has shelf life. Sometimes I have done a lot of dimensional mailers in the business to business world, trying to get banks and credit unions to use a particular, let's say it's a software product that I was selling, or even getting tellers to promote gift cards or credit cards or checks, identity theft insurance. I've used a lot of dimensional mailers to get that business decision maker at the organization to take a meeting with a salesperson so that they can talk to them about the benefits of this product. So there's lots of different things you can do with direct mail that will get open. As you see here, you got the peanut butter and jelly. We go together. How wonderful is that? But if you get something like this, you're going to think it's kind of cute, right? They're generally a little bit more expensive. Here we've got the life jacket. I literally have done sending pairs of shoes in the mail to people with branded shoelaces. I have done a number of here is a celebrity chef's cookbook signed by the celebrity chef, and come to a dinner with us, to grab that attention, to get that high level business decision maker to work with your salespeople. So that's direct mail. Direct mail is probably one of the tactics you are going to want to explore if you are either in a business to business market, or if you're in any sort of service industry, or grocery store or restaurant, where you want to get a particular area, a particular customer type of customer looking, creating awareness for your business. So direct response, as opposed to direct mail, is a different type of marketing where it is trying to get you to make a decision on the spot. We're not looking to warm you up through awareness. We want you to make a decision right now and to buy from us. So unlike other types of marketing, it really takes very little time to see a measurable result. Response. So if you see a direct marketing commercial, an infomercial, a telephone call, either you're going to be a go or a no-go. So you're going to know very quickly whether or not what you're doing is right. So direct responses can be something like, say for example, you're at home, you go get your mail, and you get the newest catalog from that retailer you love. And it's a direct marketing retailer. So it might be, something traditionally today you might go to the internet to see. But there still are a lot of companies, retail organizations, who will send you an actual catalog in the mail that you can leaf through, look and explore the items. Infomercials we'll talk about in a minute. Television commercials, shopping channels, QVC, the shopping network, Evine. All of these different places are designed to get you to buy something right now. If you go to a shopping channel, they always have that call to action. There's only 30 left, or they're using a lot of heuristics to get you to buy something. Now, direct response can also have a big component to a digital channel. So if you happen to get a catalog in the mail, or if you are watching an infomercial, they are going to send you to a particular landing page, or maybe a checkout page, a website, so that you can explore in a digital fashion. And what I love about this, obviously, is that you can attribute where that person is coming from. Telemarketing. So if you're getting phone calls from somebody, whether renew your insurance or whatever it might be, there's always the annoying ones you get from the resorts. Come stay with us. Telemarketing is a little bit more difficult this day and age than it was before, unless you're in a business-to-business setting, because of course there's so many laws and spam and things like that, and a lot of scams. So I would consider your telemarketing. Kiosk marketing and outdoor advertising are two also. So what is really important for you to understand about direct response is that it is an immediate call to action. So you're going to see like those as seen on TV things, or maybe some type of product or service that they maybe had a short run of. They're looking to get you to buy now. Many times you'll find maybe they don't even care that you're going to ever come back, because they want you. It's less about long-term branding and more about getting you to buy whatever it is they're selling right now. So you're going to see those very strong call to actions, such as call now, act now, click to call. You're going to talk to our experienced sales teams. You've heard all of these, so let's look at a few of them here. So you're going to see a lot of heuristics used here. Call now. This is a multi-purpose aero spa pillow. So you can get it in different scents. Here you're going to have $50 value free. Call now. 3 easy payments. Here's how you can pay. So that's very in your face selling product. We're not going to warm you up. We're not going to have you look at go through the information or evaluation stage. This is let's get you to call now. Better Call Saul. So if any of you have ever seen the show Breaking Bad, you know who Saul is. And again, you're going to see a lot of these direct marketing tactics on billboards and some of the traditional marketing that you're going to see along the highways. Attorneys love these things. You know, what better place to put your billboard if you are a personal injury attorney than right on the highway where you might have a traffic accident. So this direct marketing or direct response is a kiosk. So you'll see kiosks, so popular items. So this is a Best Buy kiosk inside an airport, which, you know, how many of us have gone to an airport and forgot our personal electronic device? So this is, you need it now, because if you don't get it now, you're not going to have it on your 5-hour flight. So these are particularly placed and really good options for people to act now, buy now. Here's another one, call now, proactive. You're going to see some brands that will really focus their products on direct response. Here you go. If you're the first 500 callers, we are going to give you this special offer. You're going to get some extra gifts as well. So they're really going to focus on, you know, can you afford it, how you can buy it. There's always a act now, call now to get your extra stuff. Here's another example. You're going to see the Proactive. Proactive is a direct response company. Mainly, they do direct response. You're going to see some kiosks maybe in a mall or someplace like that. So that really is direct mail, direct response. Think about how you're getting a person to interact or buy your product. So now let's switch to a different type of traditional marketing, which is point of purchase. Think of this as your sales promotions. When you go into a grocery store, when you're at some sort of big box retailer or even a boutique, how do they get you to buy while you're in the actual retail store? So sales promotions are incentives to get you to motivate and buy. And it could be any sort of type of business to business transaction, consumers, even getting a distributor to buy something. So it's different than mass media in that companies often spend a lot of money on sales promotions because they know that they can get a consumer to buy at that point of purchase. So why do we rely on these things? It's because we rely on sales promotions to get somebody to act while they are in the place or while they're in that buying mood. And it helps us to close the deal. So you are going to have people within certain stores feeling a pressure to make their quarter-end sales or weekend sales. So you're going to get management pressure to do offers. You're going to look for particular types of consumers who like to get a specific offer or type of deal before they close the deal. And it does help you get away from some of that media clutter that you have the opportunity with somebody who is in the space to buy to get them to close the deal. So I want to explain to you the difference between sales promotions and advertising. So sales promotions are designed to get you to buy right now, short-term demand. You may be at the grocery store and you see the brand of milk that you really love, and then you might see, oh, well, there's this other type of brand that maybe be lactose free. You are more likely to switch or try a brand right there at the store. And if it's on sale, or if you get maybe a buy one, get one free, or there's some really compelling advertising, you might get somebody to be able to switch that brand or try it. And you can often see once you do that offer, once you have that promotion, you are going to see some immediate sales. Whereas advertisement is designed, so think of traditional marketing, billboards, signage, things you see, you know, television ads, radio. These things are designed to get you to make awareness and create that long-term brand loyalty with the customer. It also tries to build a relationship with you, so you repeat purchase, and then the long-term effects of advertising are a little bit more difficult to measure because you're building equity with a brand long-term, as opposed to sales promotion. If you have a buy one, get one at the grocery store, at the convenience store, you're going to see an immediate result. So that's the roles are a bit different from advertising. So as I've mentioned before, consumer sales promotions are really getting a person to try something that they haven't, to get them to buy something more times than not. Maybe you have some sort of loyalty program, introducing a new brand, so something that is just going to market. You can also use pricing techniques to counteract something that your competitors are doing. Or maybe it will help you, say, for example, if you're in the market for an expensive product, such as a home or a car, maybe uh, a, a discount on the manufacturer's standard price at the auto store will help you make that purchase. So here's just a few other types of consumer sales promotions. We've got coupons, which you will see. Coupons can be in-store, it can be direct mail, it could be flyers, end caps in a store, purchases that come on directly on the merchandise itself. So you're going to see, the McDonald's promotions, Monopoly, things like that, rebates, anything that is going to trigger you to create interest and to purchase that product. So now, that's really focused on consumers. So if you think about trades and business buyers, it's a little bit different in that trade market sales promotions include, how do I get that retailer or that store to buy more from us as the business supplier. Maybe it will help me get my product if I'm doing a deal. Maybe it will help me get my product in the retail store for the first time. If I'm doing some sort of point of purchase or incentive, maybe it's going to increase the average order size that a retailer might buy from us. It also, will help stimulate relationships and hopefully increase store traffic. So there's some things, we won't spend a lot of time on this because we're really focused on consumers now, but in business, there's some techniques or promotions that your business, your trade, or your vendor to your business will do, such as maybe we'll train your staff to come into your store and help them understand the products and services. We could be doing some couponing, some cooperative advertising where, maybe Coke and Walmart will come together in an ad. And then all kinds of allowances that you can provide to the business so that they will promote your product. So Also, if you're in the business to business market, so you are a supplier, a manufacturer attempting to get your product in the hands or on the shelves of a particular store, there's a lot of different business to business types of traditional marketing that's done that isn't always done in the consumer market. Trade shows are a great way for you to reach your business, your potential business customers, because they're going to, let's say, for example, the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas that they have every year. They are going to have all of the top suppliers, manufacturers there with their new goods. So as a business owner, you're going to want to speak to many different suppliers at one time. So a trade show is a perfect way to be able to reach that audience, because most of them will be there. You could do things like business gifts, building relationships, taking people to lunch, maybe giving them a trial offer, doing some frequency programs. So think of the larger scale manufacturer, distributor to business buyer, the retailer, the the supplier of the goods to the consumer. That has to have a very special, different sort of technique. Now, we talked a little bit about point of sale. So that really was around, how do we get somebody to have interest in buying the product, mostly around offers. Now, point of purchase advertising is a little bit about attracting attention. It could be displays that you have within the retail stores, short term, long term. But really what this is about is to support your brand, your product over another product that might be on the shelf or might be within that shelf space today. So here are just a few examples of types of point of purchase. So this is one I had at Honeywell. We used to do supply our products in a lot of different trade organizations where people selling HVAC systems, installing security systems in homes, etc., buildings, they would come to these suppliers and we would just have like a nice little end cap here. Neon signs you're going to see, lots of advertising here. In a convenience store, you're going to have your impulse purchases. Maybe you're going to have some signage in your windows or even cart coupons, bays at your Walmarts or your where they're going to have the discounts. There's so many different ways to capture attention where you buy your product, and that is what point of purchase is. So this is so those are really a couple of traditional marketing techniques. I also want to just briefly talk about support media. Now, support media is what I call air cover or brand awareness marketing. And these are the things, as I talked about in the beginning, where support media could be things like billboards and transit. Maybe you've got some type of car wrap or aerial communication. Your directory advertisements, are you going to be in the yellow pages? Are you going to be on whitepages.com? What about your packaging? How can you promote your brand on the package that your products come in? And then guerrilla marketing, which is really part of experiential marketing, which we will go into another time. So I know that's a lot of information to consume, and we spend so much of our time focused on digital marketing and the internet. I want you to know that there is a place in promotions management, a very important place for traditional marketing, particularly if you are a service, if you have a storefront, if you are a business-to-business provider. So know that it is still important to have traditional marketing in a digital world. And know that, there's pros and cons. It will have great awareness. It's a little bit more difficult to target a specific audience. Remember, everybody's going to see your message, so you might be a little bit more generic or careful, or need to be a bit fun and entertaining to catch somebody's audience or to capture their attention. But I want you to think about, of all these things we talked about today, what marketing tactics would work for your clients' products. I don't want to see a plan in your semester project that only has digital, because you need to understand that there are other marketing tactics that may also work. And then what percentage of your budget might you consider? Remember, mass marketing and even direct marketing can be very expensive. So how much, what percentage of your budget will you put towards direct marketing? So I hope you've enjoyed this discussion we've had today. As always, if you have questions or comments, feel free to email me in Canvas, or as always, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can learn more about this and other types of marketing topics from the Marketing Doctor. So take care and have a fantastic day.